After nearly 150,000 deaths, the closure of the economy, the certainty of more closures and interruptions to come, after the lockdowns drove the population of his country into moral panics, madness, and in some places open rebellion, and after the historic spike of violence and violent crime, the economic slump, the record-long unemployment lines, and the slow-motion destruction of his fake presidency, Donald Trump is still playing board of the coronavirus. While he has gotten higher marks for some onlookers for his press conferences this week, I wouldn't have given him high marks anyway. This week, as compared to earlier in the pandemic, this only shows the steepness of the curve he's being graded on. This could have been stopped and quickly, which is true, said the fake President Trump about the virus weekend in the White House Rose Garden, but for some reason it wasn't, and we'll figure out what the reason was. The reason why it wasn't stopped is because you didn't take the proper action, you fucking fat fuck. 45, Trump was, in his roundabout way, pinning the blame on China, consenting to anguished pleas from White House and staff and his virus task force. Trump gave permission to get rid of certain obstacles to coping with this virus. But that's a far cry from leadership. Much of the administration's advertised response to COVID-19 has been vaporware, testing facilities at Target and Walmart nowhere to be found, a trace and inform system designed to, in consultation with the great minds and using the technology of Silicon Valley, it remains an ideal that's being beta tested. Trump simply turns to Twitter to announce his wishes that schools should be opened, and then goes back to being back to playing a made-for-TV role. He cannot really conceive the job of a president as anything beyond a persona. He's adapted and modeling at the Rose Garden this week. We had tough on China Donald, though if you look closely, the talons have been clipped. But really, who knows what the fuck he's doing? Trump had come to announce the passage for Hong Kong an Anatomy Act, an Autonomy Act anyway, I don't know how you say that, which seeks to punish Chinese leaders for traducing Hong Kong's legal freedoms, but Trump suggested that the destruction of Hong Kong was good. Actually, we're going to do a lot more business because of it, because we just lost one competitor, he said, before seeming to say that the gift of freedom for Hong Kong was somewhere unfair for everyone else. But overall, he was attempting to contrast himself with Joe Biden. Trump said that under President Obama and Vice President Biden, that China was allowed to pillage our factories, which that's not what it did. Maybe people will buy this, but Trump's trade war with China yielded no real concessions, basically ending with pleading for China to buy more soybeans from swing states. That is, Trump's deal with China was going to do nothing to reverse the direction in which industrial development is going. It was his pride in his China deal and hopes for soybean purchases that caused Trump to overpraise China's efforts to contain the virus. Eight separate times between January 30th and the end of January, Trump had said that China, our chairman Xi, was working very hard to contain the virus. 4 times he said China was running things professionally. And then Trump faced a real crisis this year, and the job of being a fake president got boring. Got more difficult. He got bored of both, and now belatedly recognizing that the crisis is destroying his re-election bid. He's trying to rouse himself to get interested in the nation that he's failing to lead, and the role it sits in. But for any clear-eyed observer, it's obvious he'd rather be talking about the latest Morning Joe. Yep. So if you liked the video, give the video a like, and subscribe to my channel, Ryan Van Wyk, and then also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.